So I built mounts for this vs410 build so that, you know, I didn't have to buy mounts. Yeah, it worked. But I don't know, I like the look of the IERC ones. So I ordered those. And when you order them, you get the option to buy these with it. Now, I'm not sure why it came with 2 packs of those. We'll figure that out. They sent me a couple cool stickers, stuff like that as well. I'm just hoping that I don't have to trim any more out of the body because I've already trimmed a whole lot out of it. And I think I got it because I got it set up so that the top of the transmission can go up into the console. But I'll have to check that out as I build here. I'm not certain. So I think that my first step here is to figure out, you know, which side goes first, and I have to take off these other mounts. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Well, now that I got everything stripped off that I tried to do, I'm going to go ahead and try to figure out which directions these mounts go in. I'm going to have to revert to their website or this QR code they put on the back and go from there. And that should show me. So after looking, it's pretty much common sense to think it goes this way because of this. And if you put that way, it would just hit the tire, so it only makes sense it goes like this. So I'm going to go ahead and start looking at installing that and go from there. I'll speed this part up. I don't think that nobody wants to sit here and watch me struggle with screws for no reason. Another cool feature I noticed after looking at these is they got like slots, like sliders. So even if I get those on there and I don't like where they're positioned or they're not fitting the body just how I want, it's going to be pretty easy to move them around and get them where I want them. So I'm just not going to snug them up the whole way, that's all. And I think that'll be my best bet until I get this the way I want it. And then I can go ahead and adjust it better. I wouldn't recommend using a drill like I do. But unlike most people, I know enough to let off on her. So, I mean, most people don't. I like this. This is going to be adjustable and really easy to work with. So, one thing I noticed is nobody ever makes a video where you can actually see what they're doing. So I'm doing my best here. This is where you mount the side pieces. Now, it sent me a couple different ones. So I'm hoping that they're made the same, but it looks like they're made different. So it looks maybe like one's for the extra cab and one's for another kind of body. I'm going to figure that out before I move forward, but I got a feeling it might be this one, but I've been wrong before lots of times. So I'm going to check that out. Upon closer inspection, I realized the one with the holes that are farther away is definitely the one I want to be using. The next thing I got to do is put my little screws in for what I use for pins for the body, and I'll show you that here in a second. Lots of guys put screws in through the bodies on the RC four-wheel drive bodies. Me, I like using these. It's Vanquish scale black hub screws, VPS 1705 or 01705. Anyways, that's what I like to use because then there's something for the body to slide over. And you just put them right into these little plastic things. And then when it goes into the body, which you'll see, this is actually perfect size for sliding through the hole. And you don't have to use grub screws. And I just like them because I can get a better grip on them. That's what I like. So I'm going to go ahead and throw those in all 4 holes here. So now that I got my screws in there, as you can see, my little scale rim hub nuts, whatever you want to call them, scale bolts. I had to go and look in my screw bin for screws for these because they didn't come with any, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and look for some with a rounded head because I really don't want none of the ones that are like facing down going ahead and hitting hitting on the rocks and stuff. So I'll do that right now. So upon closer inspection and not paying attention, I've went ahead and I've put the screws in the wrong hole. I got to repair that and then I'll be right on top of it. That was easy enough. I was able to fix that pretty quick. Now I just got to go ahead and line these up. Got them in the sides with the crown on it, like common sense would tell you, but since I was too excited, I wasn't paying attention, or not close enough attention anyway. So now I gotta try and place these in there in a fashion that makes it easier. I'm gonna go ahead and use stainless screws here and see if that helps me as far as that goes. I might thread the holes first. It's just something I would normally do. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick first. I made short work of it, threading the holes first, and then, you know, then you don't get a fight with them going in. I just gotta tighten them up good, because although it is threaded into plastic, so I'm gonna go ahead and kind of take it easy doing that too at the same time. I see there is a third hole here, must be for other mounts that you can buy, but I got one side on completed. I see that it's going to protect my body real good here, so I'm hoping that my regular method for hooking these screws still works. We'll have to check that out once I get a little further into it here. So I got those all in there, and as you can see, we can still slide this one around. I got to back the screws out on this one slightly just to make sure I got lots of play when I go to hook the body up. So that way I don't mess that up. So I can tell that it's hard to see that my pins did work. The things I always use, I'll put a light on. Little pins are in there. I don't know if you can see it, but they always work perfect for me. And I like how these protect the side. I haven't set them yet. I just got to tighten the screws, but yeah, this is going to work perfect. I am excited about these guys. Just give me a second to snug up the bottom screws. I got it kind of all adjusted where I want the body to be. And wow, I like them. So after doing this install on these body mounts, I'll pop it off here in a second to show you. I want to tell you, you know, maybe watch their videos. You are going to have to chop some out of the interior. I actually had it already done lower with the mounts that I created. And also you got to do some adjustments to fit the servo under the mount. You got to cut the side off the intake if you want to keep the scale engine and have that look. I did. So I'll pop this body off and give you a look how they look all done and installed. And I'm just happy that my little scale bolts for the wheels, for Vanquish wheels, fit in there nicely. And I don't have to worry about putting screws in and out every time I use it. So I'll go ahead and pop that off. Shouldn't be too bad. Nope, a lot easier, clean install, looks nice, they're clean looking, not hard to take on and off, and it protects your body. Probably one of the better products I've bought, and just slapped it on. It actually worked without major modifications. I'm pretty stoked about it, guys. I'll follow up after I use it a bit, just to kind of show you, hey, this worked, that didn't work, or from there. Thanks for watching. Should probably put one of these stickers on, shouldn't I? Let me know in the comments if I should.